Thomas, go ahead.
Yes, we saw this some in spring training, but putting McMahon in the 2-hole, what was the thought process behind that and dropping Tapia down to 6?
Well, I think with Mac, he's swinging the bat great, Thomas. We're looking for guys to get on base as the lineup rolls over. I think it makes a lot of sense for us to get our hottest hitters at the top of the lineup. So, that's basically the premise.
Has that been kind of one of the things you look at as a positive from the first homestand, that at times you've gotten some production from the lower part of that lineup?
Yeah. That's been, a big part. I mean, the games we've won, we've had, some big individual, performances. Chris Owings, the game against Kershaw, Chris Owings, the night, the 3-hit night when he ended up having to exit the game with the hamstring. But I think what you want to do, you want to get your guys who are swinging the bat best up the most, and you want to do that right from the get-go. So, I thought Mac had some really good swings yesterday. Didn't have a lot to show for it. Had the one ball that LaCastro couldn't handle in the sun, but beyond that, I thought he swung the bat well. I thought Hampson, the last couple games that he started, has had good at-bats. It was good to see Trevor get a couple hits yesterday, and also Chuck. So, we got to get Crone going. We got to get Tapia going. We got to get Dom's been productive with the long ball. The catcher's averages, I think they'll climb a little bit. So, for us to be the offense we want to be, it's got to come from the entire group. We just can't rely on a couple guys.
How is Chris? How is Chris Owings?
Yeah, Chris, you're right there. He's doing better. He's getting treatment right now. We'll see what his availability is, whether it's just straight pinch hit or whether he can come in the game and play defense. We'll know more at game time. That will play itself out as the game, gets underway. We'll see where he is once he gets out on the field and takes batting practice and moves around. But he's doing better. Like I said a couple of days ago, somebody asked, I do not think this is an injured list situation, but we're monitoring how he feels.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep.
Patrick?
There we go. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Patrick.
Couple things. One, when you look at the Giants lineup for this weekend series, what are the things that stand out to you about it?
Well, I think they got a balanced club, and they'll do that with a platoon, sort of a platoon platform, right? You look at the lineup today, heavy right-handed. I know they made a late switch here. I don't know whether you guys got that. Longoria's out, Crawford's in, but it was heavy right-handed against Gomber. And they have a very nice, left-handed bench with veterans, right? I think that's the thing that sort of sticks out for me, is just the veteran presence, on their position player side, with a number of guys with a lot of major league service time and guys who've been proven big leaguers. And there's some younger fellows that, are starting to come into their own. Slater, Dubon, if you want to call Dickerson a younger player. I'm not, I've known Alex for a long time. Maybe not the service time the other guys have, but he's a player that's been in pro ball for a while. So I think that's the thing that stands out a little bit for me, is the experience and their ability, I think, to take really good at-bats as a group, based on their experience.
And actually, part of the reason I asked that, do you think, knowing that Gomber struggled a little bit at the beginning, do you think they'll kind of test him early, test him with patience, wait him out a little?
Yeah, I would think so, right? Anytime you see that a pitcher walks 7 guys in 3 innings, I think that is probably the logical thing to do from an offensive standpoint. But, we'll see as the game begins. But I would suspect that they might be a little patient early in the count. And first time through, just to see if he is throwing strikes.
Sure. And one more for me. If I were to say that Garrett Hampson, in my opinion, is old school a little bit, and I mean that as a compliment, would you agree? And if so, could you expand on that a little bit?
Well, yeah, I think I think Hampy, if you were to look at him and sort of describe the type of player he is, you could make a case that he is, sort of a throwback of a player a generation ago. A guy that uses his legs, he bunts, he steals in an era where stolen bases and the bunt for base hit are not overly prevalent. So he's a guy that does it. And there's not many guys who are truly motivated to steal, and a lot of guys aren't truly motivated to bunt for hits. You agree with that? So that's where I see his style of play that is, advantageous here in the modern era. But then again, it was a style that was played a generation ago or 2 generations ago.
And to follow up on that, because of the energy he brings and his style of game, I don't know if you can answer this or not. If he continues to play well and becomes kind of a spark plug for this club, could you see him becoming a fan favorite?
Sure. Oh, yeah. I think that, again, that comes with, repetitions of, positive outcomes. That comes with performance because, the fans will get to know him. They'll get to know his style of play. And when he gets on base, there will be an anticipation of him running, which I think is a good thing. But on the other hand, so will the opposition. I mean, he won't sneak up on people, but still, if you have that ability to steal bases, create havoc, I think that's an exciting part of the game. That's, obviously off topic, and we've talked about this. I mean, that's, one of the things that fans like, who've been polled, the stolen base, the triple, speed on the bases is something that is thrilling for fans. So he could definitely become a fan favorite.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Marc Stout.
Hey, buddy, one question with your expertise in pitching. Can you just give me your descriptions of Johnny Cueto over the years and seeing him today?
Probably the biggest compliment I can give a pitcher is that he truly is a pitcher. I think, Johnny has great feel for the baseball. He's got the ability to manipulate the ball. By that, I mean, he can create spin. He can get the ball going in different directions. He's a master of changing speeds. He's got deception in the delivery, and he's been adding to that. He's been adding to that deception over the years with the many twists and turns and hesitations and pauses that we'll see today. But at the core, he disrupts timing. He's got the ability to, climb the ladder and increase velocity with his fastball. He can throw a lesser velocity fastball. He can throw a very good changeup with multiple different velocities. He spins the ball, so his breaking ball has different shapes. He pitches. I think that's the thing that has stood out for me, watching Johnny Cueto.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.